Michella Chester for NCAA Digital. I am joined by Emily Minehart, the managing editor of College Gym News. We are going to preview the college gymnastics season. Super exciting stuff. Emily, thank you so much for joining me. First, I want to look back at last season. What stood out to you the most when you think back to the championship in Oklahoma winning that title?
Yeah, thank you for having me. The national championship was so exciting last year. It was really close between Florida and Oklahoma. The margin of difference was less than 0.2 of a point. And Oklahoma really stole the show on bars. That's what stands out in my mind is just that lights out bar rotation, sticking every dismount. It was incredible to watch.
So now looking into 2023, the biggest thing that stands out to me was probably Trinity Thomas announcing her return, coming back to Florida. Just how much does that impact the entire sport of gymnastics for this year?
Well, it has an incredible impact. Thomas is such an amazing gymnast. She has pretty much every feather in her cap that you can, other than that team title. Last year she repeated the gym slam, getting a perfect 10 on every event. So it's anyone's guess what she can do this year. It'll be incredible no matter what it is. And she really has the potential to lead her team to that team title.
Will that be affecting some Power 10 rankings in the future now that Thomas is coming back to Florida?
Absolutely. Stand by for those.
Speaking of that, who are some other championship contenders for the team title? Who do you think will be in contention this season?
Well, you can never count out KJ Kindler's Oklahoma. They're an incredible program. They have Reagan Smith back. They have Danielle Sievers, who's been on just an incredible trajectory. It's a program you can never not include in a prediction for the national title. Utah has also been on the cusp, and maybe this is the year that they peak at the right moment. That's been a problem for the Utes in the past. And I think you can't count out Auburn. That incredible season might not have been a one-off. Suni Lee is back. Most of the team is back. So I think there's a chance that we'll see Auburn there in the Final Four again.
How about the individual all-around title? We had a lot of amazing athletes competing for it last season. Who do you think will be the top ones this year?
Well, Trinity Thomas has to be in that conversation for all the reasons I already mentioned. There's another fifth year coming back who I think we should talk about, and that's Natalie Wojcik at Michigan. Her teammate, Sierra Brooks, also has to be in the conversation. And then there's just a slew of Olympians who could hit on the day and take the title. There's Grace McCallum, there's Jade Carey, there's Jordan Childs, there's Suni Lee. They all have incredible pedigree, incredible talent. And if they hit to the best of their ability on the day, they could take the title.
So you mentioned some of those Olympians. Last year, we did have the Olympics, so there were so many names we were all familiar with going into the season, but this year we don't have that. Are there any freshmen that you're aware of that we should keep our eye on to start the season?
Absolutely. Well, according to our ranking system, the top recruit of the year is Selena Harris of Florida, so keep your eye on her. FIS, which is starting its program as the first HBCU with gymnastics this season, has Morgan Price, one of the top recruits as well. And I think she's going to do incredible things for that program. And then there's Nikki Smith, who is Michigan State's second former 5-star recruit in a row after Skylar Schulte last year, who really could steal the show.
All right. And lastly, we've got some big news about the Big Ten, UCLA and USC potentially joining. I don't know how soon, how late that will be, but just how much would that impact the landscape of college gymnastics?
It would change everything for the Big Ten, that's for sure. Right now, the regular season and the postseason are both structured around having these even groups of 5 and 5 teams in sort of the top and bottom half of the conference. So the entire conference would need to restructure the way it handles its season, which brings up so many questions. And it would also be interesting from an attendance perspective. UCLA has such an international fan base because they have so many Olympians, so many names everyone knows. And bringing someone like Jordan Childs into, Breck Hall at Penn State could bring in huge crowds, and it could be very exciting for the Big Ten teams.
Super exciting stuff. Emily, thank you so much for your time. Very excited for the college gymnastics season, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you so much.